Okay, meteorologist out here. We haven't really seen a winter storm report from the meteorologist here in a while. So here we are, December 6th, 2025, and we have got an Alberta clipper coming through. Now we're getting kind of shaved by this one. We're probably going to end up with about 2 to 4 inches. I don't know what we got here. Well, you know, God damn it, I got my goddamn trusty yardstick, for fuck's sakes. You know, let's do this the way that Mrs. Durstwood told us how to do it back in the day. So, you stick that in there like that. Then you mount that fucker. Now, we're not talking about a lot of snow at this point, but just a little shy of 2 inches right now, so we're probably into that 2 to 4 inch range. Now down towards Dubuque, they're going to get more like 3 to 6 inches. There could be an odd 7 inch down there. There is a winter storm warning for parts of Iowa, and usually I go through all the cancellations and announcements and shit, but I didn't really get a lot of that coming in the news studio tonight. The only thing I did see is they were having something down at the down in Dubuque, down at the Five Flags. There was some relationships specialist that was going to be down there that was going to be giving relationship advice, and that got canceled because they were expecting a good, you know, maybe 5 to 7 inches down that way. I was a little bit curious of what this guy was, you know, advocating, so I went to his website, and one of his quotes was this, and I'm like, you know, that's something else. Well, anyway, one of his quotes, one of his relationship advices was, he said, a man who takes his left hand as his spouse is less likely to lose his house. Well, there's probably a lot of truth to that. Probably won't want to be telling that around town, but you know, probably a lot of truth to that. Anyway, we're getting probably 2 to 4 inches here. You know, nobody's getting it. This storm that we had at the end of November, like the very tail end of November, that was a specialty. I tell you what, that was son of a bitch. I mean, here at the news studio, we only got about 8 inches. Well, we shouldn't say 8, you know, only 8 or 9 inches. Enough goddamn snow, but you take like Lancaster, here in Grant County, just a little further south, pretty much took it in the ass. They had like 12, 13 inches. You get down around Platteville, they had fucking like 15 inches down there. It ain't no goddamn joke. They got fucking, you know, normally, you know, meteorologist Zeke to get on air and hear, you know, I'm usually talking about a storm where it, you know, it's worse up north and it's not so bad down here. Well, in this case, you know, they're actually taking it in the ass south of us, you know, and kind of right through here too. So, anyways, I will tell you this much: I'm not plowing the market structure out. I'm not shoveling a goddamn path through that goddamn radio barn. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. In fact, now the market structure, this is the other thing I would say about this. You know, she was trying to get me to go on this tour to the Canadian Rockies. Yeah, that's just what I'd want to fucking spend 8 to 10 days in the Canadian Rockies on a fucking train with the fucking market structure. Now, I tell you what, I don't like these structured trips to begin with. What if I just want to get shit hammered fucking drunk some fucking night? Or maybe in the middle of the fucking day. And maybe I don't want to go to the fucking museum. Or maybe I don't really want to go to see the fucking Canadian Rockies as far as that goes. You know, I've seen the Rockies, you know, south of the border. It's probably not a hell of a lot different up there, quite honestly, to tell you the fucking truth. But anyways, Coach Zeke, just letting you know that the son of a bitch still doing weather. still drinking beer. You just don't want to drink too much of it. If you do drink too much of it, you don't want to cut it off too quick. That's gonna be a fucking problem. I'll tell you that fucking much. And anyway, is there anything else I should tell you? Oh, yeah, there is one thing I should tell you. Because I would have reported on that winter storm, but I couldn't because I had another detail I had to take care of. Yeah, I was, I had other obligations. But I'll tell you one thing. If you ever get stuck in Lancaster, Wisconsin in a snowstorm, and you happen to stay at the Pine Grove Motel, I'll show you what you better fucking have with you. You better have a fucking grain shovel with you. Because you're gonna have to shovel your ass fucking out, because guarantee you, there ain't gonna be no plow. Oh, there'll be a plow come through, all right. Don't just let but it won't come through there. And you're gonna have to shovel your fucking ass. So, if you ever find yourself stuck in Lancaster, Wisconsin in a blizzard, and you stay at the Pine Grove Motel, you better have a fucking shovel. I will say that. Aside from that, I don't know a hell of a lot else. Have a beer, a banquet beer, by God. We just call it good.